Hello, my beautiful Aquariuses. Welcome to your weekly horoscope forecast for September 8th to the 14th. I want to thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And thank you to my members. I really appreciate all of your support. And if you guys would like a live person reading with me, or you'd like to take one of my classes, or you'd like to get my deck, The Eye of Zen, go to my website, jenniferwalkerzen.com, or check out the description box below. All right, my beautiful daughters, so we're going to be looking at your day today, your love interest feelings, the blocks, delays, and challenges, and the overall outcome. And if you guys like it this way, you want me to continue this way, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below. You can do both. Let's jump right in. Okay, so the first thing I want to cover here, and by the way, hello, my name is Jennifer Walker Zen. I'm a psychic intuitive, and I've been reading for us. I've been 14 years old. Hello, welcome. The first thing I want to cover here is the lunar eclipse that's coming up. It's a blood moon lunar eclipse coming up. And of course, I'm going to be using tarot, so don't worry. You don't have to worry about charts being involved. So just check the sign you always check. And even if you come across this reading after the 7th to the 8th of September, don't worry. It's going to be affecting us 3 to 6 months after. So we first have a lunar eclipse on the 7th to the 8th of September, and then we have another one coming up, a solar eclipse coming up for September 21st. So, and what's the difference between moon and sun energy? Because there is a difference. Okay, so you want to think, when you think about sun energy, you want to think about others, okay? The public at large, outside energy. When you want to think about moon energy, you want to think about yourself, okay? So it's inner energy, it's intuition, it's emotions, it's this inner revelation, okay? And what does this eclipse energy do? So it always causes some type of shock, surprise, unexpected event in our lives to cause a shakeup, to make some changes. Because why does the universe do this? The universe does this because we get stagnant sometimes in our lessons. We need information that people aren't giving us. So as a result, the universe is like, no, you're not going to hide this any longer. Okay, this is coming to the surface now. This person needs to know this, so they can have an informed decision, so they can move forward, right? So that's what happens. Sometimes it's also just information or a lack of clarity, or it can just be like circumstances that have been stagnant for so long that the universe is like, no, you need to start moving forward. You need to have this new beginning. Okay, so let's find out Aquarius. I'm going to use 2 different decks for this because I do feel like I used just the oracle in the beginning of other signs, but I really like a lot of information, and I like clarity, and I don't like it to be too ambiguous, because what are you supposed to do with that? So let's just use this deck, and I'll use another deck, and then we'll go into your weeklies. So what's going to happen? How is this lunar eclipse going to be affecting Aquarius September 7th to the 8th? How is this energy affected? Show me cards you see. Show me cards you need to see. Okay, so let's use that deck, but let's also check another deck. How is this lunar eclipse going to be affecting Aquarius coming up September 7th to the 8th? How is this energy going to be affecting them as a whole? What do they need to know? Show me cards you need to see. Show me the cards you need to see. Okay, so let's look at the oracle first. Okay, it says that so there's something about a goal that you have, then you're close to achieving this, and that you're going to have a win-win outcome, and that your hard work is paying off, okay? But this eclipse is going to make you step outside of your comfort zone for this, and make you be you, and regain your confidence. Okay, so let's look at the specifics here. So there's something about traveler moving, something about this nighttime energy or recognition, about this money or success that you've been confused about. This confusion is over. You're going to reconcile this situation. You're going to fix this situation. There is some kind of good news coming. You're going to be surprised by this, because there has been some infringing party or obstacle or blockage that you're going to be made aware of. I see that this is going to make you have to follow your heart, main person. And you're going to celebrate about this. Okay, so it looks like this is going to affect you in a positive way. Okay. Sometimes, depending on the circumstances, sometimes the solar or lunar eclipse can affect us in a negative way or a positive way, right? It's just like the Tower card. The Tower card for the tarot is a shock and surprise, but let's say you win the lottery. That's a shock, isn't it? It's a surprise, and it's a good shock and surprise. I won the lottery, right? Shock and surprise. Like, I can't believe this. Wow. And that is a good shock and surprise. So the Tower card is a neutral card. So that's the eclipse energy, is like the Tower and the Death card. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen with your romantic love life September 8th to the 14th. So what's going to happen, Aquarius' romantic love life September 8th to the 14th romantically? Show me cards you see. Show me the cards I need. 2. C. All right, let's find out. Okay, so we got, I'm going to do a couple layers on this because I want to get a lot of information, but on the same token, I don't want to, you know, I know like the shuffling bothers my earphone users. I always get it in the comments all the time. So let's get a lot of information with less shuffling here, okay? So I'm just going to go down multiple layers so I can get the information that I need, the clarity for you guys, but we don't have to have so much shuffling. All right, once I get all the layers on here, we're going to go over everything. And let's start with the obstacle or blockage this week. Okay, so we're looking at the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th. And if the day-to-day seems confusing to you, like you want an overall kind of understanding of what's going to happen this week, just stick with me till the end, okay? Because I do an overall understanding. Okay, so the obstacle or blockage is 5 of Wands, 4 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So what is it saying? There's some kind of argument or fight about this, concern about this missed opportunity, because there's an awareness that there is some kind of blessing or something is happening. Isn't that interesting? We're just talking about the lottery, and then this is the lottery card here. Yes, Jupiter, this is the Jupiter energy. This is considered the lottery card, okay? Like the casino card, like Wheel of Fortune, luck, blessings. That's Jupiter energy, okay? Abundance. So there's this concern, there's frustration and concerns about missing this divinely guided situation. Okay, so now, what is going to happen on the 8th here for you guys? Now, we have the Hermit card energy, we have the 8 of Wands, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. So what is it showing? It's showing that there's somebody who has deeply been doing soul searching about the past. And now there's going to be this communication that's going to come in here. There's a very significant communication coming in here about this family situation here on the 8th. On the 9th, okay, now Hierophant represents, we have Hierophant, we have 4 swords, and we have the 7 of Wands. Hierophant represents marriage, okay? I've been doing readings for a long time. I'm telling you that represents marriage, contracts, commitments, okay? But since we're talking about love, you have to put that in context. This is something about marriage around this. Whether that be marriage involved, there's consideration of marriage, okay? This person they can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop thinking about you, and they are trying to defend their position. Okay, so what does it mean when somebody defends their position? Let's just talk about that. Okay. Do you ever find yourself in a situation, in a relationship with someone where, or even they try to sell themselves to you, okay, market themselves to you. I have this great house, you know, I have these great things. This is why you should be with me. Okay, that's what I mean with the 7 of Wands. Sometimes it's also when you have to defend yourself against family members when it comes to your person, right? It's like, no, I want to be with them. I love them, you know? So there is some kind of marriage situation here, long-term plans. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm going to defend my position about this. Okay, on the 10th, we got this person card coming out, because in Tarot, people cards mean people, okay? And it could be a sister, daughter, friend, or karmic. There is this concern about somebody being too charitable here, and or like wanting to be very giving. Also, queens can represent advice of how to handle this situation in a charitable way to fix it, okay? There we go. So far, what do we have? We have this family situation. I need to defend my position so I can fix this. okay? So let's keep going. Because the Temperance card is the card of healing. It's the card of patience. It's like the major or the minor of the Six of Pentacles. Okay, it's interesting the Six of Pentacles would show up with the Temperance, because they're the minor of that is the Temperance, which is talking about juggling, trying to bring things into balance, being patient, wanting to fix something. But on the same token, the Six of Pentacles can also mean giving, like you're receiving a gift from someone. Okay, so like you have the bouquet card for Lenormand, or you have the gift card for Kipper. So I see that on the 11th, there's going to be some kind of, now it's interesting because I feel like the lunar eclipse is going to be affecting you guys on the 11th. And that's what I'm seeing with a lot of signs, interesting enough. Because why? Because I see there's a spiritual sign going to be, that you're going to notice on the 11th. So, and it's interesting, isn't that the number 11? 11, 11? Anyway, so on the 11th, you're going to notice a spiritual sign. So pay attention to your dreams. This sign is not a coincidence. There is going to be this self-doubt, but you're going to get the spiritual sign, and then that's going to give you a sense of accomplishment with this situation in your romantic love life. And what is the World card? Just to explain what the World card is. The World card is, okay, since we're talking about love, the World card represents, okay, let's just say you graduate from college. You feel accomplished, right? Do you have a degree? That's an accomplishment. That's the World card. So basically you went through the process of getting your degree, you're accomplished. So if you look at it from the love perspective, what is the World card? Okay, you've been dating somebody for a while. And now you decide, hey, let's get engaged. There's an accomplishment, right? There's a milestone there of an accomplishment. So that's what I mean. There's something that you feel on the 11th is just an accomplishment for you when it comes to your romantic love life. So now let's go to the 12th. On the 12th, it looks like you guys are getting exactly what you wish for. There's this juggling about this decision and a truth that's going to be spoken, or something about this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy around this, okay? Now let's go to the 13th. The 13th shows that there's this money situation that's going to present itself, and somebody who wants to make an offer of love, okay, or out of love, Ace of Cups energy. But there's a questioning about the motives of it with the Seven of Swords energy coming out. It's like there's a questioning. What is that about? You know, what's your real motives about this? Why are you offering me this money and trying to say that this is love? What's your real motives here? It's like a lack of trust. So on the 14th, wow, we got a Tower card coming out on the 14th. There's indecisions, because now there's going to be this major shock and surprise, and this is passionate exercises. So then you're really going to be questioning, okay, what's going on here? You're trying to do something passionate with me. I don't know what to do here. I'm in a state of shock. How did this came out of nowhere? What's going on? Okay, so let's bring it together as a whole. Family, defending a position to fix this, wanting a sense of accomplishment, speaking the truth, and not trusting the situation. Possibly with the Knight of Wands, it could be saying there's a player energy, there's concern about lack of commitment, or this concern about if we lead this into a passionate situation, where is this going to go? Right? If we come back here, it shows there's frustrations about, concerns about, can I accept what's being offered here? Is this really a divine situation? Is this really the right time? Okay, so we're going to go to the overall energy, but let's look at how your love interest feels about you. They actually feel that you're the one, and they want to make a decision to take this responsibility. They feel that they need to make a choice. There's something about this child around the situation, or a younger water sign, that has caused them a state of confusion. They feel that there's this house and home situation and this state of confusion that has left them stuck in the middle. Okay, so now let's look at your overall energy. Okay. There's concern about spending of money, or someone feels that there's going to be some kind of loss here. But the loss deals with an ending, a loss of an ending. Because someone cannot let you go, there is an obsessive energy. there's this work situation presenting itself with this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy that's going to come in with an apology, reconciling. There's going to be an awareness that you're going to have long-term emotional fulfillment with your person from before. But there is still this kind of defensiveness about how do I proceed forward and am I going to get hurt? Okay, Nine of Wands energy. So my beautiful Aquariuses, you don't have to take my advice if you don't want to. I love you guys so much. If you guys like it this way, you want me to continue this way, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys another day or two. Have a great rest of your next couple days, and I will see you guys soon.